So Ron, on the eve of the first game in New Zealand, do you feel vindicated that most of those predictions have come true?
One of my reasons why I looked to the future a lot was because we are the only country in the world that has 6 codes of football, 4 doing well. That's the 2 rugbies and soccer and Aussie rules. The other 2 are tiny in this country at the moment anyway, and that's Irish football and American football. There's a tiny bit of that. Now, I don't think at the end of this century that there'll be 4 left doing pretty well. I don't think there will be. And I want to make sure, I'd love to make sure that it's us who is one of the survivors anyway.
And do you think that the game will keep expanding out into the world?
I think it's for the sake of our future that we've got to at least try to expand. And I think we should do it first in the British Empire area because they have cricket grounds. I mean, there's Aussie rules people playing in Europe at the moment on small grounds. And there are, I think, 9 or 10 a side or something like that. And admittedly, you can get the guts of Aussie rules in small grounds, but it's nowhere near as entertaining, I don't think.
And Ron, if you were coaching the Swans against the Saints in New Zealand, what would you say to them before they ran out onto the world stage? If
this game that we're just about to play wasn't for premiership points, it could be a whole different thing. But it's not, it's for premiership points and, hey, we want them.
And are you proud of the progress of the Swans?
I'm very proud, yes. I had a short coaching segment there of 2 or 3 years, or 2.5 years, I think it was. And on the board for, I think, 7 years. And I've always been, I was one of the early proponents of, let's get a team in Sydney because Sydney's our biggest city, etc., etc., etc. A great city, and so I've always been wanting them to do well.
And if you were in the stands in New Zealand, which feature of the game would you be proud to point out?
The long, accurate kicking, of which there is less today. The question we're looking at is it better, is it more thrilling today? Is it better to watch? I think it could be better. And I think we've got to look at adjusting the rules. I know the players hate that, but I'm sorry, mate. The players, I'm sorry, we love you and all of that, but you don't run the game. And it'd be stupid if you ran the game because it's just not practical. It's the battle of the brains that are going to make sure we go the right way. I'd love to be alive in 100 years' time. Whoa. Everybody would, by the way. Not for the same reason as me, but just to see how we go.